Today, Libby and I are at the Koreshan Unity Settlement here in Estero, Florida. 1983, the Koreshans, a religious sect founded by Dr. Cyrus Teed, moved here. Communal living and belief that the universe existed on the inside of the earth were among the distinctive features of their doctrine. Living celibate lives, the industrious Koreshans, however you want to pronounce it, established a farm, a nursery, botanical garden, and their cultural activities included art and music. In 1961, the surviving members of the settlement presented their property to the state of Florida. The sign referred to their religious sect. I would say they was more of a commune, possibly related to the Branch Davidians, because the name Koresh, that should remind you of David Koresh. That was not his real name. Cyrus Teed was his real name, but he called himself Koresh. Go figure. Well, today I'm going to look at a few places here at Koreshan that you don't see a lot of on YouTube or on the internet. Everybody wants to go film in the historic site. But we're going to try something different today. We're going to explore the campground, the boat ramp, the picnic area, and the back trail. So come along with me and let's see what we can find and get into. Well, it looks like we ain't going into the campground today, that's for sure. It's now a construction zone, and it says do not enter, and when it says do not enter, we do not enter. So we'll start our little trek over here down this road at the boat ramp. Well, there's old Libby again. My great transportation and liberation vehicle. So let's go look at the boat ramp. See what's changed and what hasn't. Last time I was down here, it was with Ben, and we went kayaking. And a lot has changed since then. They bought a brand new pavilion full of kayaks. Used to be you could only rent canoes, but now they have kayaks. And since I've sort of lost Ben as a kayaking partner due to him going back to work, then I have to figure out something else. There's your standard Florida fish regulations. But enough of that, let's go take a look at the boat ramp. They look like fairly new kayaks, pretty good shape. I don't like that style of kayak especially. It's kind of like a hollow shell. And you sit on top and it kind of makes them a little bit tipsy, a little bit top heavy. But other than that, they look like nice little kayaks. Got little drink holders in there, and seats don't look very comfortable. These are one man. This is a two-man here, it looks like. Or a row in front, or, oh no, it's just backward. My bad. My bad. I've often wanted to try a canoe. I never have. Oh, something else new at the boat ramp. Oh, I see what it is. It's just a nice little new overlook with a new fence. It's the same old overlook. They just put a new fence around it. Some kids must have got hurt playing around down there. You know, children, they will do anything they can to get in trouble. They don't mean to, but they do know how to push the limit. There's the old overlook. I won't go down there because that looks like it's a little slippery. I know the last time we were down here, it got real slippery. Matter of fact, I'm having even trouble right now in these pine needles sliding around a little bit. It's kind of a tricky boat ramp. It goes down just so far and then bloop, you step off into the river. I've seen a few guys hang their trailers up down here trying to launch. Didn't know about it. They back in, the wheels drop over the edge. And the only thing they could do then was undo the boat and lighten the trailer up and pull it forward and try it again. Well, this was slick. Look at the potholes where the guys have taken off under power and literally dug real craters there. Here's the back entrance to the park, or I should say the picnic area. And you don't have to tell me twice. That is for doggone sure. Well, looky here. Sea grapes are in bloom. I guess them sea grapes. Right below in the comment section if you know what those are. I know they're common. They're all over the state. These here are different types of ferns. Look in there. Yep, nobody's planted any marijuana plants. Kind of peaceful down here today. Nice look down the river. That was looking sort of northeast. And that's the way you go into the Gulf. Heading for Mound Key. It's a long run from here to Mound Key when you got to paddle all the way. But when they take a group out, they get a powerboat and stretch a long line and the people hang to it. And it tows them out. Doesn't look too safe to me, but you know, sure shortens the trip. So that's the boat launch. One of the places that is not filmed a lot. Most people, when they put stuff on YouTube and on the internet, they want to go down to the historical site where all the houses are and everything, and all the turtles and the plaques and the trees and the bridges and all the good, wonderful things they've got down there. But I looked around and I couldn't see a bunch of work being done on the nether reaches of the park. So we're coming into Netherland today and do our filming. This is the boat ramp area transitioning into the picnic area. This is the last picnic site before the boat launch. And then right around the corner and down the river a little ways, we'll run into the picnic area and playground. This is the handicapped area. It's a nice little area. I'm not supposed to be back here driving on these gravel pathways, but I didn't want to leave the bike in the sun with all my camera gear, and I sure as heck didn't want to leave it exposed because there are a few other people out here. But anyway, as you can tell, I'm just a short distance from the parking area, so it shouldn't be no big problem unless a ranger comes through on one of his little carts and gives me a static. But this is the beginning of the picnic area. I still have not seen any of the construction that's going on and why the campground area was blocked. But we'll catch that on the next visit. For now, we'll concentrate on the pathways in the picnic area, and I guess for the pathways I may drive Livy up to the main parking area for the historic site. At least I'll be more assured that it's not just stuck back in the open somewhere. You got a nice little picnic area here. Got its own bathrooms. Looks like they're nice, modern, well constructed. Looks like concrete block and stucco. Yes. Very clean. Very nice. Skylights. Getting ready for the tourist season. Well, looky here. New construction sidewalk. It's going down to the used to be a amphitheater kind of like deal with seats in a curve and a big bulletin board, and they would give nature talks. So that looks like it's going to be the new area, but the old one had a nice big campfire ring. So I imagine the Friday night campfires are about done. This is the way into the campground area. But since they've asked us not to go there, I won't. Yeah, nice little playground for the kiddies. Got about everything they could want to climb on and slide on and make their little imaginations go through the roof. And swing sets. How long has it been since you swung on a swing? I had a girlfriend out in California one time. She was going to ride a baby swing. Hadn't done it in a long time. We never got her fat little bottom out of that thing. Oh, California, those were the days. 1979 to 1986. Adam the Woo did one on Santiago Park not too long ago, and that's the park I stayed in for about a month while I got my bearings on California. That was a sad story. I was tricked into going out there by an old girlfriend. Hadn't seen her in 17 years, and she begged me to come out, so I did. And when I got there, I found out she's married. Called her at 2 in the morning from LAX, and she says, my husband's laying right next to me. I'll call you in the morning. Well, I don't have a phone. Well, where are you? I'm at LAX. 4 hours later, she shows up in LAX after her husband went to work and told me that they were getting a divorce. It wasn't 2 weeks later, they got divorced, and she married her mother's boss because he had more money than me, and that's what she needed, was money. She was adopting a baby, and she had to be married, and she figured she would marry into the Seymour money, and sad mistake. She found out I hadn't got it yet. So anyway, that's my California story. I ended up driving a truck for Rogers Distributing Company, delivering RV parts and supplies all over the state. Worked my way up to warehouse manager, and was even crew chief on his pro stock dragster due to my IndyCar experience. And we had a young fella. Well, he wasn't young at the time. He definitely not young now. Warren Johnson. He was a pro stock champ after he quit driving for us and went to work for AC Delco. And that was my drag racing experience. But they were fun years, California. I'm going to have to admit that. Got a nice little place to sit here and fish, or just watch the canoes and the kayaks go by. Nice overview of the park, the picnic area. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the head, yes, of the nature trail that goes along the river. But I'm not going to take it right now. It's a 30-minute walk. What I'll do, I'll go around and park somewhere that's a little better. At least I'll feel more comfortable. But we are right here. Here's the picnic area and the boat ramp. The campground's closed, of course. So I'm going to ride back around and park here and then go up. There's only a few things in there I want to show you. It's a half a mile. But anyway, let me shut this down and we'll get repositioned and come